Yo, what you gonna do, Ripper now? Huh? Yes, sir. So I want to. So guys, well, I just played with my I just fixed my microphone some settings. I added some limiter, expander, something like that, equalizer, like kind of things. So I think my microphone should sound more natural right now and more like better. So let's see. Let's see what you got. So let's see what we got. Let's see what we have. Now, all right. Uh, so what you mean, bro? Yeah. Basically, yeah, basically, guys, nice stream, and I'm about to, you know what? Let me fix it. Yeah, let me kind of fix it, yo. Oh, bam, fast, fast, bro. I'm a bullet. Boom, boom. All right, never mind. So, what you mean, bro? Wait, what did I just do? All right, never mind. All right, never mind. Let me see. 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 Yo, let me see. I got let me see. Yo, 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 yo. I'm fun and see. Let's see what you got in the mute. Um, Chat. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. So, chat. What I'm about to do is what I'm about to do to is now I will practice my speaking part two and part three. I'm about to finish Camry 17 book for like all the book speaking parts today for like a 2 hours maybe. I'll give myself 2 hours kinda and then go sleep. All right? Yeah, basically. Well, basically, yeah, basically. Basically, yeah, yeah, yeah. So, basically, yep, yep, yep. So, you guys ready? You guys ready? Part two. As you can see here, topics and some kind of thing. So, I will take my speaking notebook. Where is this? Well, let me just. Oh shoot! Let me find out. All right. Oh yeah. Let me find it out. This now, please. Speaking. All right, guys. I'll put you back here. So let me see. Oh yeah, not bad, not bad. Well, uh, ew, sheesh, damn. Cambridge, cards, two. All right, Cambridge test one, part two. So, guys, I'll give to myself some kind of 1 minute for preparation, and then no, shut your mouth, dude. And then and then and then I'll give my answer. So I haven't seen the question. All right, right now, so you can see 1 minute. I'll push 1 minute timer, and we'll do that question. All right, one, two, three. Let's go. Describe the neighborhood you lived in when you were a child. Should say so child or so. Alright. We're in your town. So my time is up. My time is up. And so we'll have to talk about the topic for 1 or 2 minutes. You have you have 1 minute to think about what you are going to say. You can make some notes to help you if you wish. All right, guys. All right, I wrote some hints, right? And now, what's going on? So let's go. I'm about to answer. You ready? 2 minutes. Timer. Just 2 minutes. Just make sure there were 2 minutes. It's 2 minutes. And my time starts now. Well, when I was young, I lived in Akavak district. So it's situated in Chuchik City. I lived there since I was 3 years old until till 15 years old. So basically, my neighbors was actually absolutely good and friendly, and my parents and the neighbors also were very friendly. And the most inciting, interesting thing that my best friend was my neighbor, right? He lived next to me, like his house was next to me. You know what I'm talking about? And yeah, well, and also there were a lot of my friends who was my neighbors, right? And actually, um, um, the one of the interesting things was that our like streets were wide, and we could play different games there, and some kind of other stuff. We could do other stuff. They live with actually good, friendly people. Yeah. we all were like as a true friends. But one thing that I really didn't like there is that shops and other facilities were far from our house. You just you should just needed to go for shops for some minutes. You know, it was far from our house. That's why. All right, first attempt. That was not actually good. That was not good. I was just kind of, I just kind of, like, like, I was kind of like, ah, all right, never mind, never mind. So now, part three, discussion topics, neighbors. Example question. So first question, what sort of things can neighborhoods do to help each other? Well, actually, the first thing that they should do is be friendly, because when you're friendly, you will always be trying to help each other. For example, it can be some, unfortunately, actions where some bad guys, maybe some criminals could get and come to your distinct and can do something bad, and then you can say to your neighbor that, oh, to your neighbors, oh, be careful, there is some strange guy in our in our district, and so be careful. That's one of the things, an example that neighbors always should be friendly and would be in a good relationship. All right, next question, how well do people generally know their neighbors in your country? Well, in my country, we are really friendly and we are in good relationship with each other. Because, you know, when I was a child, just my example from my life, all my friends, we were neighbors and we played football and other different games. And also our parents and my grandparents, they used to go, out and just communicate with each other. Just our grandparents, they were very polite and very like friendly, and they were just all our like my grandfather, grandfather of my friends. They also like I went outside and just communicated, just sit on the bench and was communicating with each other, communicating, and there was actually truly like relationship of neighborhood. So that's why, and nowadays even it's absolutely good. Communication is good. Next question: how important do you think it is to have good neighbors? Oh, how I said, it's absolutely essential, because neighbors are essential and like crucial, because they can help you in some stuff. For example, if you like, for example, for just an example, if you don't have enough time, like for example, to bring your son or bring your child to school, you can ask for your neighbors, can you like bring my can you take and can you bring my like a son or girl to his school, and he can say, oh yeah, of course I have free time, I can do it. That's one of the great example and one of the um advantage of neighborhood, of having good neighborhood. So yeah. So guys, I think I answered to the questions. And so how was it, bruh? How was it? How it was it good? Guys, I think like it's like not the best. Yeah, I agree. It was not the best, but I really tried to answer. I really tried to express my feelings, and like everything was true on real story. Fine. That's why. All right, I got this. I got this. So first test is done. Now we are going to the test two speaking part. Is listening, writing, speaking. So, oh, stop, stop it. I missed the part one because I thought like they weren't part one questions, but it has part one questions. Oh my days, I'm sorry. So, oh shit. Part one questions. So the examiner asks you about yourself in a hundred example, history. What did you study in history lessons when you were at school? Well, actually, now I can't remember what exactly what its topics and themes, but I can remember that it was about our history. And by the way, we had two history studies. It's like international, like worldwide story, and this history. I mean, history and history of Uzbekistan. And I can remember that about history of Uzbekistan, we studied about Amir Timur and other scientists of like Uzbekistan. And also, I can remember in international history, we learned about like World War and kind of other stuff. We remembered the dates when it was like in something, some kind of this studies. Yeah. So next, oh, it was not bad. It was not bad. So next one, did you enjoy studying history at school? Actually, when I was schooler, not because there were a lot of datas, datas about like scientists, about like everything about buildings when they were built, about when someone was like born and some kind of stuff. But nowadays, I can find like history is really interesting because when more you grow up, you more you're interested in story actually in history. Actually, I really found it like really in that way. And nowadays, I try to read some kind of books or some some statements about history, especially about Uzbekistan, my country, because I want to know how my country and by whom my country was like built, who managed it, was my country before, and some other interesting things. Cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Continue, continue. Yeah, there was no bad. So the question, how often do you watch TV programs about history now? Well, actually, in general, I do not like watching TV because I prefer watching YouTube and other stuff, and because there you can get more information. But about history, I do not like watching history channels because um that mostly of this history of that story and history is about about kind of too much ancient stories, like for example of China, like India and other stuff. But nowadays I'm not interested in this. That's why I do not prefer watching this. I better watch some stories of animals. That's what I prefer better nowadays. And then I would prefer more about animals, how there was it, like stories like in history of dinosaurs and other and such a like near to these interesting things. Next question. What period in history would you like to learn more about? Oh, well, actually, oh, so actually, so far I know, in history, one of the interesting part for me was, it was about America. Yeah, I'm really excited at how America actually nowadays builds and managing. Because I don't know who like was opener of America, and who built. Because I can see that that part of our world is huge, insane, and if I get it nowadays, I would prefer to get some knowledge about America history. Yeah, really. And especially a period when America was opened and built and by whom it was searched. Yeah, that period I would like to learn more. Yeah. So I finished test one, then test two. So my speaking going kinda, I guess, not bad, isn't it? So next one. So let me just real quick check. So everything good. So guys, next, bruh, let me enhance it, bruh. It's too small, bruh. It looks too small. You. Oh, what the fuck it was, bro? Whoa. Hey, this one is not bad. So, next. Now it's about time for test two speaking. So part one, the examiner asks you about example, reading. Reading. Reading? What you mean reading, bruh? What you mean reading, bruh? Oh, reading. It's the like topic. Oh shit, damn, bruh. I'm sorry I didn't get you. Sorry, alright. I'm sorry, bruh. Reading. Did you have a favorite book when you were a child? Oh, um, when I was a child, actually, I didn't like to read books a lot. But after my childhood, about my minor ages, when I was 16, when it was like, motivation period, it's a period of men's, so far I'm sure you know, to when you trying to, be motivated to do something. And especially at the time, I started to read books. And Igor Watenka, it's a blogger who motivated me to read books. And my favorite books was, first book that I read was uh 100 advices for your life, and the author of that book was Robin Sharma. And one of the interesting points viewpoints, and the interesting line, inspiration line, was inspired line by me was, who will cry when you die? That was insane line. And then also I read about I read the book about the life of about like about biography of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger. These two books I read, and they are actually good. Next, how much reading do you do for your work studies? Well, basically nowadays, if you I'm talking nowadays, I read only in English, and I try to read only in English because uh I want to improve my English, especially speaking. That's why I need to read more books, because to find some new words, vocabulary stuff, some vocabulary to enhance my vocabulary. And uh, I've actually nowadays I can read some uh states, some states, and some maybe some books for just only 30 minutes per day. Yeah. What kinds of books do you read for pleasure, for pleasure? So, actually, how I said, I'm not interested in books too much, but I would like to read books about biography, because like I'm really inspired by people who attain like success in this world, and especially, of course, it will be books about some famous people, about their life, and I can get, that's why I can get some inspiration for me from that books about biography. Yeah. Next question. Do you prefer to read a newspaper or a magazine online, or to buy a copy? Oh, yeah, no, definitely I would like to read a physical book, because reading ebook can lead you to damaging of your eyesight, because too much watching and reading ebook is like really can damage your eyesight. That's why I prefer physical book. It's more healthier, and it's like always with you, because it can be a case where it will not be a electricity in your home, and you can just open it if you didn't save it. You know, that's why I prefer physical books. They're always with you. You can just take it and read. So that's why I prefer buy a copy of the book, a physical book. So yeah, next Cambridge test one. Oh, sorry, test two, part two. So you guys ready? My 1 minute with my 1 minute. My 1 minute starts right now. Describe a big city you would like to visit. We should say, oh, America. America. Which big city? Oh, travel, especially travel. Means, means, uh, so m- my time starts right now. Well, actually, right now I want to talk about my favorite country, and it's America. America is my childhood dream city because when I was young, I used to watch a lot of movies in English, right? It was like about Fast and Furious Saga, Transformer, and other movies. And of course, when I could see it, I just dreamed how like the cities, how people is different. If you compare it with Uzbek people, and of course, I could see a lot of videos about America in social medias, and I was just inspired by that cities, by that towns. They're so big, the infrastructure is so modern. And what is more, I really like I would like to go there only for traveling because I want to observe all that culture, all of that vibe, because how I said, my vibe of childhood was American movies, everything which contain American's vibe. And one of the interesting things that why I would like to visit America is nowadays there's a iShowSpeed. It's a streamer. He inspired me to do streams too, and I really would like to. I really like be pleasure to meet him and to take a photo, especially in America because he lives in America. And I think I hope that near in the near future I'll also be some kind of popular and famous person, and we can make a collab with himself with him, especially in America, because actually I like to stay in America for like 2 maybe 3 months to observe how I said that culture and like to be as American too. But I don't but I think I want to go. I don't think that I will be great. All right, all right. I think I use a very like short vocabulary. I should enhance it. So let's try it. So part three questions. Discuss topics. Visiting cities on holiday. Example question. What are the most interesting things to do while visiting cities on holidays? Well, like in common, visiting new countries is always a new experience because you are observing and in finding out new culture, new language, and other stuff, and also the insanely beautiful, fascinating views of a country because there are a lot of countries that have amazing view, especially in their mountains, right? And in the cities with like big towns, for example, in like in Burj Khalifa, and other uh, stuff and other things. Yeah, and that is the most interesting part of it, like that you can learn and know about their culture. Why can why can it be expensive to visit cities on holiday? One of the problem, I think that it's a lot of people could travel and because of flying companies has opportunity to increase their check because there are a lot of people who wants to travel and they can easily use it and like increase the price for like a for like flying for a flight. It's one of the reason, and also then also and especially in time when it's time for traveling, some countries also they try to increase their uh, price in maybe in their restaurants and other stuff. Maybe I don't know, but it's just my opinion. There's the two reasons. Well, do you think it's better to visit cities alone or in a group with friends? Uh, as of course, I would prefer to do it with my family. I prefer it with family because I really like, seeing my family happy, and my mom especially, she really loves to travel and she always asking me for traveling. And I hope when I now soon when I'll, you know, get enough money and will a breadwinner of my family, I can easily take my mother and whole my family for traveling, especially in other in different countries. And first country which I think will travel is Turkey, because my mom's family country is Turkey, and I hope we'll be there soon. So I answered for all the questions. So, like, it's not bad, I think, but I have the things to improve. I definitely have the things to improve. So you guys think so? You guys, do you think so? Do you think? Do you think? Do you think? Well, there are two like tests more. Like, so, test three. Let's go. Test three. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Test three. Speaking. The examiner. Example. Drinks. What do you like to drink with your dinner? Two. Well, my favorite stuff which I really regularly follow is drinking hot tea with honey every day, especially in the dinner when I get my dinner, because it's my favorite. It's just my favorite drink which I use every day. Because I'm just addicted to this. It's just I'm obsessed with this. Just it's just I can describe it. It's just nature. I was born with this. It's just tea, hot tea with honey is the best. Which is the best collab. It's the best collab. It's the best combination. Do you drink a lot of water every day? Absolutely yes, because especially nowadays it's really hot weather, and I do sport and I can't like live without water because per day I drink like about 2 liters every day. And I really, 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 because like I train, I drink water, and after everything, and like per day, it's just my routine. And my morning, even my morning, starts with like a glass of water, because I just saw some video where I would just watch a video where some guy was talking about that drinking water after you wake up is healthy. That's why I follow the routine. Yeah. Do you prefer drinking tea or coffee? So actually, I drank coffee, I think only 2 times for my life, and I don't know why people find it good to drink coffee. Because the smell and taste actually it's like not good. I hate it. It's not like sweet. But tea is absolutely good. How I said, like tea with honey is the best combination. That's why I 100% prefer tea. If people visit you, if people visit you in your home, what do you usually offer them to drink? Oh, how it's just tradition. I live in Uzbekistan. It's a tradition to give hot tea to the guests. Especially we uh, give tea with piyala. It's like traditional Uzbek. Uh, it's like Uzbek dish. With what we drink. That's why when it's always guests, we offer them always hot tea with candies, with sweets and other stuff. Yeah. So let's go part three. Oh no, sorry, part two. Cambridge test three, part two. Let's go. Describe a monument. Monument? What is age is oh stop. Timer. I forgot about it. I forgot about that. Last time starts now. Describe a monument, statue, or sculpture. This is like even see what this monument is. My time to answer starts now. Well, actually, there are a lot of statues and monuments in our world, but one of the interesting and that just take took my attention is that statue which is situated in Rio, where I don't know who is in that statue with that arms like this, but I really find it insanely good, and especially is that statue is huge, tall, its head is insanely big, and especially I like visiting Rio, because of its football. I'm actually kind of footballer in my deepest part of my heart, and I really would like to see Rio, Rio, and seeing, of course, that statue, and also just traveling in Rio and visiting Rio, seeing some new see like what seeing what new people, observing some uh the culture. I know that Rio is very like moving a country, like there are a lot of dances there, like traditional dances, other like festivals, parades in their country, and yeah, like it's actually really Rio, I think, is a place where you can easily hang out in the evening and get some vibe, of Brazil. Yep, and especially I could see the videos, on social medias when it's in the evening, that statue or with the person looks just amazing, especially in the evening. That's why it just took my attention, and I really want to visit the Rio too, and just to take a photo with that statue, that big statue. And I actually, I want to just visit other countries also, and seeing other their statues. But statue is first that I want to visit in the country. All right, man. Oh, it was all right, 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 all right. Got you, man. Got you. With practice comes perfection. Let's go! Yeah. So, guys, after the test three, I'll just get some drink of water. Wait, how you say? Ooh, really, bro? So, part three questions. Discussion topics: public monuments. Example the questions. What kinds of monuments do tourists in your country enjoy visit? Well, actually, I think there are two monuments that attract the visitors, the tourists. First one is Amir Timur statue, which is located in the center of Tashkent. It's Amir Timur with a horse. He's riding a horse, because Amir Timur is a great, he's a great warrior of Uzbekistan. He was a warrior. He was a leader of Uzbekistan in the past. And the second one is um, a huge and like long tower in Uzbekistan. It's like we call it TV tower. You know, TV tower, Tashkent TV tower. It's also huge. It's like and it really attracts the attention of visitors and like tourists because it's tall and everyone else can see it. That's it. Why do you think there are often statues of famous people in public places? Well, actually, it's a mostly it's a person because maybe that persons made something useful, something good for their country. I mean, like they made maybe some kind of public duty. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe they self-sacrifice it. Maybe they made a self-sacrifice. That's why a lot of people now just really respect them. It's one of the reasons, maybe, right? And also, uh, some leaders could be as a statue. How I said, yeah, that's the reason. That's the reason. Do you agree that all monuments and buildings should always be preserved? Uh, I think yeah. I think yeah, conserving monuments and buildings like should be should be because like it's like history. It shows our history, especially like old buildings. You know, like old buildings and like old monuments, statues. They should be under protection, you know, like under under conservation, under conserve, because it can show the story, the history of like of a country. It doesn't matter what country. That's why they should be under conserve, definitely. Oh, example questions. Example. Why is architecture such a popular university subject? What? Wait. Why is architecture such a popular university subject? Actually, I'm not. You know, I guess that because of nowadays, people try to, you know, make some modern buildings, like modern, really like advanced buildings, and that's why they find some brains who can really make that, you know, well organized buildings. That's why architecture is maybe famous because they try to find out, try to involve, you know, try to attract people who are really interested in that architecture, and they maybe they can give them and provide them to maybe even a build and make a some buildings, some managing of that buildings. You know what I'm talking about? In what ways has the design of homes changed in recent years? Well, I would talk about my country. In my country, the buildings, as they was in the present, they still they still absolutely like in the past. They haven't changed yet. Only a little bits of buildings were rebuilt or like some kind of changed, but most of like buildings, I mean houses, you know, some houses and other stuff just stay unchanged. To what extent does the design or building affect people's moods? So, to what extent does the design of buildings affect? Sorry, can you? To what extent? Can you restate your question? I didn't mean extent. So, extent. I didn't get you. Can you restate your question? Extent. Extent. What does it mean, extent, guys? To what extent does the design of buildings affect people's mood? Affects people's mood? I got you. I got you. So basically, I think people really like some houses, buildings with some ornated buildings, because they really, I think nowadays people just love to see that small items, that small things, some small maybe lines, some like figures that was like ornated or like printed on the buildings. That's why, like, but commonly I don't think that people care about uh design of their houses or buildings, but mostly nowadays it's mostly modern, minimal, with one color building. Yeah. All right, got you. So, guys, I think I just skipped some questions in test two and test one. Yeah. So let me see. Example questions. Why have cities increased in size in recent days? I think because of overcrowding. Yeah, is one of the reasons, because there are a lot of people who don't have houses yet. Maybe or because of some um, people who just came from another country. I mean, migrators. I mean, who migrated to other countries and they try to find houses because they work, but they don't have houses. That's why governments just use that possibility, and as they try to make money, and maybe it's like a and like a public private it's like partners, I think, yeah, private, and both of them try to make money by opening their like maybe hotels and other stuff, and houses, like rent houses for tourists, for migrators, and for others. What are the challenges created by ever growing cities? What are the challenges created by ever growing cities? Sorry, ever growing cities. I couldn't get you. Oh, now I got you. Yeah. What is the challenge created by ever growing cities? Uh, I think, like how I said, it's one of the problems. One of the problem is that there are a lot of amount of people in overcrowding, right? And it's like people just in public sprawl, I mean, there are a lot of like public sprawl. There are a lot of houses, and it really make it difficult for like traffic, because because of a lot of houses, the roads just they just uh, they're just reducing in size, and it causes the bottleneck, and also like some traffic problem, some traffic problems, like a kind of traffic jam, like, and like that's why. Bro, let me see. Really, bro? Really speaking. Urban sprawl. So next question. In what ways do you think cities of the future will be different to cities today? I think it won't be. I think it won't have. They will not be so different, if you compare it with nowadays. Because nowadays buildings, like building in cities, are already modern and advanced, especially in China, Japan, and other countries. And I think that it could be some, like, some this sli- slides, slides, slides. It could be like slide. It could be, I mean, slide differences. I mean, just could be slight difference. Maybe um, it can be like, maybe buildings which are be only using only window, without other materials, only window. Like, it's like crystal clearly clean, buildings like visible absolutely from every directions. I think. Yeah, one of the kind of things, but it will not be having. It will not have like insanely like difference. Oh shit! All right. Which facilities are most important to people living in cities? Well, first of all, we should pay attention for education, and that's why the first of amenities should be schooling, and of course some kind of sport fields like playgrounds for children, and also like shops, pharmacy stores, some kind of stuff. All the stuff that is required for people, for residents, for individuals. Whew. How does shopping in small local shops differ from shopping in large city center shops? Shopping in small local. Oh, so one of the things that really be like obvious that shops and malls in large cities, of course, are bigger. Because especially in Tashkent, you can see there's a huge malls, all included. First floor is like about food, for example. Second, only clothing, third is about like all about entertainings. But in hinterlands, like in suburbs, countrysides, of course, like small shops, which is like near, uh, which is arranged to nearby to each other, which is like situated near to each other, next to each other, and they are just separated. First shop is like only like a grocery maybe store. Second, only clothing sorts, like the like do it yourself store, like I mean DNI store, like like that kind of stores. That's the difference. That's the big difference. Oh, that was good kind of question. I think that was good answer now. Do you think that children should always go to the school nearest to where they live? Not always, because it should depends how good that school is in education. Because that school is really have good teachers who can educate, and you live next to the school. Why not? It will be like it's just convenience for you. It's like just really convenient school for you. But if you live near to school, near to school, and it's that school not good, there are a lot of bullying and other stuff. Like your peers are not good, and school is not like maybe modern and with not modern technology that will decrease your education interests for schooling. Of course, you should go for school where it's good education first of all, even it's like located long, like far of your home from your home. That's the key. Guys, let me just have a drink. Just let me drink a water. Drink water. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, guys. So I did more. Hey guys, by the way, can you do this? Can you do this? Look. See. Look. Bam, bam, bam. Ah, shit. Bam, bro. Next one. Look. One, one. Ah, shit. Ooh, hut, whoop, hop. You guys saw this? Yeah, I came back. Oh shit, bro. Ooh. Ah. Oh my way. Oh my way. Oh my way. Oh my way. What is this? What is this? So guys, I'm about to continue. Bro, I mean, what the fun is this, bro? Just how I should like, bro, I already, like, I mean, what the fun? Why you? So now, what you gonna do now, Leaper? Nah? What the fun, man? What the fun, man? What the fun? What the fun? What the fun? How? Alright. I just never mind. Woo, broski. Bro, actually, real talk. I'm kinda a bit tired. I'm kinda really a bit tired. I have to like, just continue working. Let's see. I swear I'm a bit tired, already. I have to keep. I just have to keep going, keep going. There is. There are also test three, test four, speaking that I'll be doing now, and also what should I do, guys? Also, maybe listening. I think you're listening, and what? Oh, I'm tired actually. No, I'm not tired. I'm not tired. I'm full of energy and power. Let's go. I'm not tired. I'm too young for tiring. I'm too young for being tired. Come on, man. So test three. Boo boo ba boo boo ba boom ba bum. Hey, bro. So drinks. I already answered on this. Oh, great. It's only great. It's only. Do you think it's better to use a paper map or a map on your phone? Nah, definitely using a electronic map is better, well, which you will you use on your phone, because you can find everything, in every country, everything you want on this world, and also it can, there are a lot of like advances if you compare it with like paper mark, because on paper mark you can just, you know it could be maybe some wrong or like outdated, old fashioned, it could be old fashioned map, and some buildings could like rebuild it, and some streets could be renamed, that you can find them. But with online map you can always find everything you want, and more you can see which maybe like some, some buildings, restaurants or hotels are open or not. There are a lot of advantages of uh, emap, electronic map. When was the last time you needed to use a map? So every day, because almost not. All right, not every day, but last time I used it to find a, building where I should go for, for just making a conversation with people. It was just a kind of a festival, it was no. Stop. What I'm talking about, bro. Again. So I can remember that last time I was using map because to I needed to go to one place for the meeting, it was a meeting because of because in the summer I will work in children camp. That's why it was a meeting about the camp, and actually it was hard to find a place. That's why I used it to map to I used the map to find a place, and then I opened also a app where I could see which bus can lead me, to that place exactly. If you visit a new city, do you always use a map to find your way around? Absolutely, yes, because I can't like make any movements without map. Of course, I can ask some people to help me, but I don't want to disturb other people. That's why it's easier for me to just open your map and find a place which you want to find and go there. But unfortunately, if I won't be able having an internet, of course, I can ask easily, people, and I hope that they will help me. In general, do you find it easy to read maps? Yes, why not? They're actually convenience. Like everything is clear. You just write where you want to go. It opens you a way to that place, it shows your coordinations, where are you now, and it shows you roads by which you should go. The way it shows you a way to go there. Easy using maps. I can easily use the maps. Sure. All right, task one finished. Part two now. Now part two. Oh shit, urban. Cambridge. 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 Test. Cambridge test two. Part two. Part two. So my time. It's time. Well, my 1 minute preparation is starting now. occasion when you had to go to do something in a hurry. To say what you had to do, what you had to do, how you did it. I occasion. So that occasion that I can clearly remember, and I really like regret about that. It was stop 2 minutes, 2 minutes, go. So that occasion that I can really remember and that I really regret about that. It was a moment that I just overslept, and there was a day of our final concert. I'm a musician. I play saxophone, and I have I have to play in orchestra of our institute, and it was a concert in our conservatory, which was it was early concert at 10 o'clock. It was early concert, like just early concert, and I just overslept, and I almost was late, but I came on I came on time, but my guys, my friends, my conductor just were waiting for me, and that was awful because I don't like when someone waits for me, and I don't like to wait others for others. And I really like asked to apologize for my conductor. He was really angry actually, but nah, he said okay, it happens, but he said that I should be always on time next time. And it was the time really I really regret about that, and it really gave me a good lesson for me. And you know, um, actually, like in common, we played good. I had also some time for repetition, and in common we played good. And nowadays I try to really wake up early and go to bed early too, and to follow a regime of my sleep. Yeah, and I hope that occasions such kind of occasions will not happen again. Yep, that's why. Yeah. So my time's up. All right. Oh yeah. Part three discussion core topics. Arriving late. Example questions. Do you think it's okay to arrive late when meeting a friend? Uh, when meeting a friend, nah. Even if it's a friend, I think if you'll do it once, it's okay because you can describe a situation why you was late. But if it happens regularly, nah, because it will decrease your relationship between of like your friendship. It will decrease your friendship and the trustness. It will decrease the trustness. That's why that's absolutely, uh, you know, absolutely bad habit. Never late. Never be late. What are the likely effects or student? What are the likely effects of students not managing their study time well? Uh, because maybe because like of nowadays students they don't have a right regime of their sleep, and some of the students are young and they play computer games. They just spend a lot of time with play computer games. It's not bad, but you have to regulate the time. You also should spend time for your education, and also you should have to just follow balance, and also wake up early and go to bed early too, and then your managing of study will be get well. How important is it for students? So what advice? How important it is how important is it for students? Wait, what the what should happen to what should what should happen to people who arrive late for work? Actually, if you have a problem with let's say oversleep, of course, if you are a worker for an employer, that's a huge disadvantage of you, and you have to change it and wake up early and don't be late f- for work because you can just be fired from that work really, and it like if, especially if you are a breadwinner in your family, you always have to follow the regime and always be on your work on time. Can you suggest how people can make sure they don't arrive late? Well, especially, oh, of course, first of all, it's like a regime of their sleep. If you go to bed early and wake up early, I think there will not be any problems with your, you know, with your time. You'll always be on time. But I think it's kind of nature, because I heard of that the uh, science hearing that there are two people who can really easily wake up in the morning and who can't. Like bird sleeper, kind of some kind of things I can remember. I don't think that it works actually. I think it depends on a person, like personally, really. Example questions. It's better study. Is it better to study for long periods or in shorter blocks of time? Well, I believe in that. That I believe if you work hard and a lot of time every day, it will be better. I mean, if you can, manage yourself. For example, if you are able to work 7 hours per day every day per year, you'll be a monster. You'll be just a person who are in red book. But it's also good when you do small steps, but every day, because nowadays I don't think that people can do a huge work every day, because today he can do, tomorrow no, not. That's why I think it's better to work work less, but work every day, every single day. How important is it for students to have enough leisure time? Now, of course, absolutely, it's actually vital because you can't just spend your time only for studying because it can burn out you. It can burn out you, and that's why you should just also pay attention for other things like a family, like entertainings, like maybe if you're a child for computer games. You should just manage your schedule, your regime of the day. Really, like as early you find your best regime of your life, it will be better for you because you will know, all right, now I will spend time for studying, and then I will play computer games, and that event uh, that your daily routine will repeat every day. That's the key. Oh, whew, really, bro? Oh yeah, bro, I finished. Bro, I finished Dion, bro. Dion, bro. Broski, I finished Dion, bro. So guys, what should I do next? So guys, what should I do next? What should I do next? Just tell me. Hey,
Ты приехал в Багряну, тут такие большие ворота, много разных интересных путешествий. В Ташкент я приехал в Багряну, тут такие большие ворота, много разных интересных мест. Столовая, кинотеатр, бюджет, вот такие ступеньки, большая вывеска, классный бассейн, компьютерный библиотека, легендарная поле, поле, различные кружки, где дети делают свои науки. Круто, вот такие красивые. А еще здесь есть расписание. Все живут по четкому графику. Главное в лагере — это третий. И самое важное — надо быть вооружением. Вторая века заниматься физикой всегда сейчас повторюсь. Это 304 день. Дети — это наше будущее. Поэтому воспитаем, самих мир, тренинг, жизнь. Шестого шкафа приехал в лагерь. И большие ворота. Много разных интересных мест. Столовая, кинотеатр, бюджет. Вот такие ступеньки, большая вывеска, классный бассейн, компьютерная библиотека. И все свои руками. Круто. Детей учатся списания. Все же. Le monnaie. Pas question de se cacher. Il faut marquer. Et le J'ai prié Dieu, enfin, comme je l'ai fait toute ma vie. J'ai toujours prié Dieu pour tout. J'ai prié Dieu, marche, et ce soit fini. J'ai toujours prié Dieu pour tout. J'ai prié Dieu, marche, et ce soit fini. Une longue marche solitaire. Encore pour Gonzalo Montiel. Il n'a pas débuté le match, mais peut le conclure. Et oui, soldat. Man, someone that's ghetto as fuck. My mom, your left outside, put on the. الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. It's just a question. What's the What's the other thing? They want to go to place. So, yes, how
So largest mosque in Central Asia. Today, I see a friend, in the beautiful capital city of Kazakhstan. As we're what? Or juggling is not what you think it is. Sure, yes, it is. There doesn't mean it's much. That's a stuff. It's also considered as food and then throw with milk has been hard. Catch it without milk. Take them in a row, throw it higher. This sharp is time is всем нам звонят, и 25 меня. Давайте начнем от практичной схемы. Примерно год назад я начал тренироваться. Сначала
Asked me how I can perform my part at this age, and no, guys, it's not my parents' money. I'm a big happy.
первый фраза this is wrong. Nice. So we're gonna have to reduce this class. Знаешь, что тут опять снимать? Есть 4 типа. Эксперты говорят, снимать экспертность повышать. Правильность. Заработано. Доброе утро. Я
Hello. Можно мне капучино в минерале? Ты будешь так почему же спрашиваешь разрешение на нас? Зачем я буду знать мои мысли? Каждая новая мысль запомнится и чудится, заканчивается глаза. Чтобы никто не знал, не сами не словами, ничего не заставили, лишь мои собственные. Девушка, я когда это не заказываю. Нельзя. Здесь условия через вас.
Так читаю комментарии. Центра независимости. Меня больше всего бесит, когда новички разбираются в вещи. Меня больше всего бесит, когда такие люди. Я это человек. Сейчас все, что ты не я you got to get over to I live for
Сейчас я стою на балконе, сахарного распашка.
Что висит в
Сейчас я стою на балконе, сахарного распашка, закон врача, что когда закинуть в и что стало быстрее, что я спас, ну, так как или подписать на фоне. Нажимаем вот сюда.
Что веселится? Штраф. Что надо? Штраф. Сахар. Штраф тебе. На цель. Как такой забай? Штраф. Ты как знаешь? Штраф. Что знаешь? Штраф. Штраф. Давай поспорим, что если ты прямо сейчас все закинешь, скажи, что за штраф, например, катаешься на тебя, плачь. Очень трудно растянуть большие ягодичные мышцы, облегчение выпечения, а также растянешь ягодины. This is my and I want to tell you your price. I well بسم الله تقول أقول
Wait, bro, broski. Um, oh, shit, bro. So, what should I do next, huh? What should I do next? Sleep or make some or like make some like I mean do some like listening or like writing or like reading. The Or I think I just finish translation. Bye.